So the ratings are in for NXT and AEW since they had that Tuesday Night War 2023. So NXT came in with 921,000 viewers, along with AEW's getting 609,000 viewers. People were thinking that NXT was going to get 1 million. I'm actually not surprised that it didn't get to 1 million because, unfortunately, let's be honest, NXT has the reputation where it's not really a well-known brand where it was going to get 1 million, even if you have Undertaker there. Definitely a big increase, no doubt. This is actually their best ratings in years. NXT getting their best ratings because they had Cody Rhodes, John Cena, the tease of the Undertaker, which Undertaker eventually did show up to NXT, a surprise title match and all that kind of stuff. Basically, trying to make people care about NXT. But even a show with Cena and Taker, it was not able to increase the ratings to be 1 million. But it kind of is understandable. But it is what it is. I'm not surprised that it didn't get up to 1 million because it is NXT, but. But you have also, but here's the thing, but the rating, you had AEW lose to NXT. And people would say, oh, but that's because, they had the old guys. They had the old WWE guys. Well, guess what, people? AEW had Edge. They focused on a guy like Edge. They had Christian. They had Daniel Bryan. They had these people who were former WWE guys. And you guys are going to go on and say that, they focus on former... Well, guess what? What were you guys focusing on? Former WWE guys, right? And then you guys go to... And then people are going to talk about... And Tony Khan even talked about this. We're going to definitely talk about Tony Khan here. You have Tony Khan who talks about how NXT had The Undertaker and John Cena. And it was the first time they were under 1 million viewers that WWE ruined their viewership. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You have Edge, who was in WWE, who would consistently have better rating than your shit show. He would be on a show that had 1 million viewers plus, but you fucking ruined it for him too. So shut up. You're a hypocrite yourself. You have Edge on your fucking show. And you're the reason why your show is getting low ratings, okay? So don't give me this bullshit that, because John Cena... Well, guess what? You're guilty too. You're guilty too. Because, and let's be honest, and here's what I will say. If you want to know how you can get better ratings when Edge is on your show, how about don't fill your show with boring indie jobbers who are vanilla midgets? Like, for God's sakes, that's the reason why, if anything, that AEW got 600,000 people. Let's be honest here. If you really were going to be, you think the way of you going to war with WWE is putting on great matches with no stories with two wrestlers who are beloved indie wrestlers? If you think that apparently makes a good show, you're dead fucking wrong. Because your show was badly booked, didn't really have any star power besides Edge. The only thing that people cared about was the opening main event. And don't give me this bullshit because, the WWE were failed to beat you guys with 1 million viewers and they, to use it to beat you. That's fucking bullshit, okay? Let's be for real here. But because of this ratings war, right, it led to Tony Khan losing his shit. Basically went on a fucking Twitter meltdown because he got so salty on losing. Literally, the motherfucker, this fucking joke of a smart busters with this clip. But seriously, this fucking joke on a Twitter rampage meltdown because he lost. And it's what the fuck's wrong with you? You're the boss of AEW? This is the motherfucker who is the boss of the second biggest promotion. And again, it's only because of fucking daddy's fucking money. This is the only reason why he's he's the head of the second biggest promotion, because of daddy's money. This is the same guy who fucking got scared of CM Punk and couldn't handle CM Punk. Vince McMahon, this wouldn't happen if Vince McMahon, this whole bullshit that, he was feared for his life. Damn well Vince McMahon wouldn't be scared of fucking CM Punk. That's because you're not a fucking man. Holy shit. Want to be cool and buddy with these fucking wrestlers, and look what's happened to you. Your fucking real life fucking action figures turn against you. Seriously, you don't see Vince McMahon going on here you don't see fucking legit men who are bosses. fucking acting so fucking stupid, like, and acting like fucking weird marks. Like, holy shit! Again, Tony Khan is just a fucking mark who had a lot of money for his daddy's business and fucking is a fucking weird wrestling fan. He's not really a fucking. He doesn't really have eyes for business. Because if you really did, then your show wouldn't be getting low ratings. You're fucking booking all these indie stupid matches. You're a fan of indie bullshit wrestling. You wonder why the show's not going to get good. But yeah, he wants to take a shot on Vince. Like, he got so angry. He wanted to take a shot on Vince about freaking, he actually used his power and influence to shoot a lot of shots. Basically saying, get it? Because Vince McMahon uses money and power to get women, blah, 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 which, hello, it's consensual. And I hate that all these fans that think, like, again, Vince McMahon is still, like, guilty, that he's a bad guy, even though Vince McMahon is consensual. The reason why it was called hush money is because so they fucking don't, to keep privacy. And you're making it seem like Vince McMahon's a fucking rapist, even though, really, how did he force these women to have sex with them? Like, he did not. It was consensual, and he gave them money just to basically just not fucking say anything because he was in an adultery type of freaking relationship with Linda. That's really what it was. But again, he wants to talk about, like, Vince and act like, he's, like, such a better billionaire or whatever, even though it's his fucking daddy's money. Oh, I wasn't talking to you, don't fund me. I want to go on to say that he had a better show, like, even though, like, you lost, pal, okay? You don't fucking come up with the excuses that, you had a better show. And I hate that all these people are going to talk about, who cares about the ratings? Like, y'all motherfuckers were caring about the ratings when it started. Y'all were talking about how AEW draw 1 million viewers and shit like that whenever, like, for, like, a blood and guts show or whatever, when it barely gets any fucking ratings and shit like that. So, y'all don't complain that you always don't, who cares about the ratings? Again, the ratings do matter, indicates if your show is doing good. And then he's going to talk about how the show blew any chance that they had of them winning that award. Talking about the fucking Booker of the Year, really, with Shawn Michaels. Shout out to my friend Mark Canals for making this, by the way. Because he wants to who's a better Booker? Like, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion. I thought NXT was just a way better show of how it booked around. Like, sure, it had the legends on the show, whatever, right? But it just was a more watchable show. Like, things were happening on the show. Just the only thing that AEW really had was Christian and Edge and their story. And then now they have that controversial thing that's going on with the Jewish thing. Like, Meltdown with fans, like, about, like, his mother. Like, well, be professional, bro. Don't forget these people. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Overall, Tony Khan's a fucking mark. Like, a disgrace of a fucking owner of a wrestling business. Like, it's a